Knights playing as well as they are, you will not want to miss seeing their next home game in person. Baltimore comes to town for the first time to Metro Stadium. It's the next New York Knight home game. Call 1-800-GO-KNIGHTS. Get your tickets now. Or you can listen live here. Oh, look at Parkeet Scholl! This is ridiculous! That is another touchdown! Parkeet Scholl! I'm speechless. I can't believe this guy. I mean, look at the burst of speed at the second level.
4 down linemen for Louisville in what appears to be a 4-2-5 set. Coleman back to pass. Coleman pump fake, and then a sack. Rick O'Reilly with the big play to force the Houston punter on the field for the first time tonight. And for O'Reilly, that's sack number 7 on the season. O'Reilly, a monster on the inside. Big play there for the Louisville defense.
First and 10 of the 26, Marconi dropping the throw. And Marconi against the late blitz will go deep down the field, and that one is caught! Past Grayson Abarazzo. Shigeki can't catch him. It's a Mauler touchdown. The 3rd touchdown for Abarazzo in the game. And it just looked like the Legend defense kind of got tangled up. And Grayson went for the pick, and he over pursued.
That was just an outstanding throw by Rocco. I mean, he's 6'5", I believe. Yeah, he's 6'5", 225, long, rangy, strong, quick arm.
Rastelli back to pass. Rastelli going to the end zone. Pass is caught for a touchdown. Kendall Gilbert, and Baltimore's on the board. Give me some of that crab call. Baltimore cuts into their early deficit. Rastelli's got 6 touchdowns and no picks in the last 6 quarters of action. 2nd and 2 at the 40. Christensen will pass again. They are staying away from Kim. That ball, oh, it's belted up in the air, and Nick Nitro picked it off. That is tremendous defensive effort. Who dove in front of that pass? That was a Qantas Shine, who dove in front of the pass and knocked the ball up in the air. That was one of the best defensive plays I've seen in a long time out of a Qantas Shine. A.J. Levy, 6 seasons, all with Sioux Falls, the strong safety number 42. Chris Dodd, free safety in his 3rd season, wears number 49. Alex Parker and Nick Fargo, the linebackers, 91 and 92 respectively, as Rahman steps into the pocket. Rahman gonna air it out deep, and Thomas Rahman's pass intercepted off the deflection by A.J. Levy. What a play by the veteran.
Well, you mentioned it, Cam. Levy and Dodd, probably the best safety combo here in the SFL. And Levy, a longtime veteran leader of this defense, comes away with his 6th interception.
So 4 receivers set here on 3rd down and goal. I guess this won't be a run. Christensen in the gun, looking towards the end zone, firing into the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. The Pride extend their lead.
What a throw by Christensen again. Has all day to throw and a post route. And that one, I mean, it's not bad coverage by Chappelle. It's just a perfect throw and a great route by Ken.
3rd down and 2 from the 12. Go Knights rings throughout Metro Stadium. St. Clair to pass. St. Clair to the end zone. Intercepted. Oh no. Joe Lynn picked it off. You gotta be kidding me. And 1 first down will give the Crabs yet another 1-possession victory over New York. 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line. Hand off to Overstreet, right side. Overstreet makes one man miss, and then another. And here goes Overstreet off to the races. Down the sideline, 20. He will be not tackled, and he scores again. 17th touchdown for David Overstreet. And Louisville has scored 19 straight points. And Overstreet is checking on the pulse of Oklahoma City.
Good evening, SFL Nation. Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida for tonight's game between the Jacksonville Kings and the Vancouver Legion. And this is some Sunday evening football, everybody. Welcome. This is Chad Rowland, your play-by-play commentator. And with me in the booth tonight is one of my good friends, Mr. Jack Brown. Jack, good evening. How you doing, man?
Oh, wow. I am very honored to be classified as one of your good friends. But yes, I'm excited. Vancouver looking to lock up their 5th straight division title. Jacksonville looking to play spoiler and snap their 8-game skid they've been on.
So as you alluded to, Jack, we talked about Vancouver with a win tonight can probably clinch the Pacific Division. What do they need to do tonight in order to get that accomplished?
Well, I mean, it's pretty dang simple for Vancouver at the end of the day. Lean in more on Redford and just overall trust your passing offense. We called Vancouver last week, Chad. They played a very stereotypical Vancouver game. They just be themselves. They don't need to do anything tricky. But Jacksonville should not be the biggest hump that they've had to face this year from their perspective.
Yep, and Jacksonville coming in tonight, 26th in the SFL against the run. Meanwhile, Vancouver is coming in 7th. The coin toss is in. We will head to the field momentarily to get this game underway. And it looks like Jacksonville will be kicking this off as Vancouver will receive. Vancouver in the gold pants and white tops tonight, while Jacksonville is in their all purples. And we are underway here down in Florida as that will be received right about the 2-yard line. As that's going to be taken past the 20. Nice little spin move there, but it's going to get to the 23. And that is going to bring out the 5-season veteran Christian Brown at quarterback.
Yeah, and Christian Brown, he had himself a pretty decent little game last week. Started a bit sloppy, but once things got going, he was off to the races as always.
1st and 10 from the 23. Single back formation, 4 wide receiver set. Brown drops back, looking deep down the middle and trying to go for a big first, and that is going to be tipped away, incomplete.
You know, I like that play call, though, from Vancouver. It's the first play of the game. You may as well try throwing something deep. Maybe not the best defense to go up against for that. Good job there on the play calling from Jacksonville to make sure that everyone's playing deep.
It looked like he was intended for Chris Curtis, the 12-season veteran there, the 4-time All-Star, Chris Curtis. 2nd and 10. Jacksonville maybe trying to bring some heat in the 4-3. That is going to be a handoff to Robert Redford. That's going to be to the outside with a spin move. Gets the first down. And Jack, with that run, Robert Redford only needed 4 yards to cross over 15,000 in his career.
Yeah, and congratulations to the man, the myth, the legend, Robert Redford. He's been around here about as long, if not longer than I have. Great to see him cross another huge milestone. Congratulations, Robert Redford.
Bunch set formation at the bottom of the screen. Brown, short drop, looking to the out route. Finds the out route, and that's going to be a first down, a little bit more. That was intended for James Walters. Let's go through this Vancouver offense. Christian Brown at quarterback. Robert Redford, as we talked about, at halfback. Sawyer Stern is the fullback. Justice Blackwell, Hector Huxley, Brett Killian, and Chris Curtis are your wide receivers. James Walters is the tight end. And Mike Coverson, the left tackle. And Michael Percoco is the left guard. Out of the gun formation, back to his right. Brown drops back, good protection. Firing over the middle, and that is caught. Justice Blackwell on a dime there as he threaded the needle there, Jack.
Well, that was actually impressive to see. You see a lot of passes like that in this league, Chad. So many of them fall incomplete. But just that little bit of effort to put the ball exactly where it needs to be from Christian Brown, that was great.
Jacksonville in the 4-3 once again. Brown, deep drop. He's going to be throwing down deep, and he's got a man open, and he's going to get inside the 10 down to the 6. Chris Curtis on the catch.
And just a huge grab over the top. Vancouver loves to play the deep ball. They love those big plays. And they are certainly doing well so far against Jacksonville. who seems to be a little bit almost on the undersized aspect.
There'll be 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 wide receiver at the top. Brown with the big one firing over there. There's Brett Killian, and that's going to be just short. Almost could have had the touchdown there, Jack, but it looks like he's going to take it to the 2.
Yeah, and I think that was a throw a little bit out of rhythm. It seemed that when Brett Killian caught it, he was kind of like stumbling around a little bit, like not really sure where he was going. You know, wasn't able to get into the end zone, but is from 2 yards out.
Twin wide receivers at the top. That's going to be a handoff to Redford up the middle. Looks like he's untouched and in the end zone. Vancouver strikes first. Touchdown, Redford.
Hits a little jig in the end zone after that, and that is a perfect start for Vancouver. Looking to gun for their 5th straight division title. Just excellent blocking, excellent running, excellent passing. I can't think of a more quintessentially Vancouver drive than that one.
Yeah, they just look like they were just eager to move the ball at will. No problems at all there for the offense, as that is going to set up Chance to win here on the extra point. Chance, a 4-season veteran. There's a snap, good hold. The kick is up and it is good. So as we said, Vancouver striking first as they go up 7-0. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on a virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. And Jack, I'm kind of eager to see how this Jacksonville offense responds.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna and it's gonna be interesting too, because for Jacksonville last week was a bit of a offensive. Wasn't really that impressive. They only scored 10 points in a defensive slugfest against Minnesota.
Yep, and it was 16-10 Minnesota with the win there, and out comes O.J. Bruin, who has looked a little bit better the past couple games. He is 7 interceptions away, Jack, from tying the all-time season record for most interceptions in a single season.
Yeah, that's something he does not want to do. Currently at 35 on the year. It's only 16 touchdowns. Been having a bit of the pick fever.
And that is going to be over the middle. That is caught. Goldie Morrison, the 35th overall selection in the second round, with a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, and much like everyone else on this young Jacksonville receiving core, they've been having a decent little season so far themselves. So far, 108 yards. That's their 14th reception this year.
Power I formation here. Vancouver shifting the defense over towards that side. It's going to be a handoff to Sean Sanders with a spin move. He gets the first down, and we're going to go through this Jacksonville offense. O.J. Bruin, a 4-season veteran in at quarterback. Sean Sanders, the 53rd overall selection in the second round at running back. Christopher Ochoa, Dill Swayze, Joseph Badette, Goldie Morrison, and Kingston Ellington are the wide receivers. Joel Harleman is the tight end. Olivia and Alden Bleeker are the left side of the line. 1st and 10 from the 34. Bruin, short drop, finding Sean Sanders, and gets hit immediately. That was Zach Lay there on the hit.
I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing so far from Jacksonville, though. They're playing a little bit more conservative. They're not going too crazy with throwing it deep. And they're relying on the fact that they can give O.J. Bruin a lot of time. He's only been sacked 14 times so far this season, among the top 10 in the SFL.
And it's going to be a handoff to Sean Sanders, and he's going to get up the middle. Gets a little bit of yardage there, and that's going to set up 3rd and 4 from the 40-yard line.
Another short run there from Sean Sanders. He's been having himself a decent season. 4 touchdowns, 4.4 yards average for a guy who I think a lot of people were not really hyping on in the draft. He's been doing well for himself.
And that is a slant route, beautifully thrown there. That is Dill Swayze, the 15th overall selection in the first round with the first down.
Dill Swayze, 15th overall pick, number 1 in my favorite SFL name. Just breaking open, hit that turn perfectly, got open, and Jacksonville continues to move the chains.
I have to ask, what's number 2 and number 3?
Number 2 is Leon Thunderman, and number 3, probably chance to win if I'm going to be honest with you.
Nice, nice. There's the handle to Sean Sanders up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 5. And I got to tell you, I mean, we talked about, you kind of alluded on this. He's averaging 4.4 yards a carry. He's a guy that nobody really expected to do big things. And so far this season, he's kind of lived up to the hype a little bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, when you're kind of in his position, maybe not a lot of people were really giving you much credit. You know, he's been doing well for himself.
And he's not going to do well right there, as that's going to be a big hit right there at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to set up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that was on Mark Lopez, the free safety, to send him in on a blitz. You know, not much they really could have done there.
3rd and 5 from the 36. 3 wide receiver set for the Kings. Bruin, short drop. Looking, and finds his target. And that was Kingston Ellington with the first down. Man, I thought that was intercepted, Jack.
Yes, the old the perception has gotten to us here. But look at that sidearm Patrick Mahomes style throw just inside the defender. If the defender was maybe a step or two slower, he would have picked that off. Who knows? That's not the timeline we live in.
Man, I thought Michael Lister just had that for sure. But did not get it. That's going to be another run here for Sean Sanders to the outside. He's not going to get away from Josh Farnsey. And let's go through this defense for the Legion. Achille Papatonis and Cabrin Womack are your defensive ends. Gerald Giudice is the defensive tackle. Josh Farnsey, Earls Fields the fourth, and Marquise Reed are your linebackers. Major Key, Michael Lister, and Zach Lay are the corners. Mark Lopez and Will Stern are your free safeties, and Drew Hamilton is the strong safety there for the Legion. 2nd and 6 from the 17, just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Bruin, deep drop, looking for the out route, finds it, and they are not going to mark him as a first down. They're going to go to the hurry up. That was Dill Swayze there with the catch. 3rd and 1 from the 11. There's a handoff to Sanders. He does get the first down. He gets a little bit more, and he's going to get inside the 5. They're going to mark him at the 5, and they're going to go and hurry up again. 1st and goal. They must see something in this Vancouver defense they like. That's another handoff to Sean Sanders, and he's going to be stopped there at the line. Maybe he gets a yard, and they're going to be stuck in this hurry up, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a horrible formation to be stuck in for the hurry up, but just we'll have to see what plays they have.
Bruin, plenty of time. He finds his target, Kingston Ellington, and the Kings tie it up here in the first.
And that was a perfect little crossing route right at the goal line. And I'm honestly surprised, Chad, that Vancouver left that completely uncovered. Everyone's going to be stuck in the end zone, not really concerned. The linebacker slowed down. Seemed to be a simple zone beater. And when you only need 5 yards to pay her, you look for a route that gives you 5 yards.
Yeah, and you got to give credit there to the offensive line there of Jacksonville. Was able to really hold that strong defensive line up. That way, O.J. Bruin had the time to let that route develop for Kingston Ellington. And that is going to bring out Jordan Bradshaw, the 3-season veteran, for the extra point. As the snap is good, the kick is up, and we are tied here in Florida.
You know, if this game continues to live up, hold up at this rate, it'll be another one of those classic Vancouver-Jacksonville matchups. These games, most of the time, Chad, they end up being pretty high-scoring affairs.
Yeah, Vancouver currently on a 3-game winning streak against Jacksonville. They're 5-3 all time against them. And he's going to get that from the end zone. That is Justice Blackwell with a nice little juke move. But he gets just past the 20. And that's going to bring out the Vancouver offense once again. As Jacksonville was able to burn up a lot of time on that clock, Jack, over 5 minutes on that drive.
Yeah, both these teams actually were pretty. They took some big bites out of the clock.
Brown with the screen pass is going to be able to rubber. Referee breaks a tackle and almost broke another one, but TJ Harper was able to bring him down. And let's go through this Kings defense. Taquan Hale and Forrest Dalton are the defensive ends. Joey Schwint and Logan Gardner are your defensive tackles. John Martin, Stan Diamond, and TJ Harper are the outside linebackers. Bernard Gooden, Nathan Neer, and Ricky Robinson are the corners. Young Vaught is the free safety, and Jorge Torres and Toby Neer are your strong safeties. As Brown is going to see something in the defense, he's going to change the play here. Power I formation. That's going to be a handoff to the Redford up the middle. He gets the first down, and he's up to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, just piling over. Nothing too complex. Not really too much more to say.
1st and 10 from the 33. Jacksonville maybe trying to bring the heat. And it's going to be up the middle, but no gain on that at all as the defensive line there was able to stop him, led by Joey Schwint.
Yeah, and if there's anything that will always be a force to be reckoned with here from Jacksonville, it will be that D-line. They have not shown any signs of stopping.
Nope, in the games that we've called so far, they've looked pretty decent, that defensive line has so far this season. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Brown in the gun formation. Looking, and that is tipped away. Almost intercepted. Looks like Nathan Neer was there on the deflection.
Yeah, and that ball just looked a little bit underthrown, Chad. I think he wanted to throw something a little bit over the top, but he kind of just threw a straightforward bullet pass. Was not the right throw to make. Wasn't a bad route. Just wrong throw.
Yeah, maybe if he had a little bit more loft under it, might have got to it. 3rd and 10 from the 33. Brown drops back. He's going to look down the middle, and that is caught. What a pass there. That is the always dependable Brett Killian with the catch.
Welcome back to Vancouver, folks, where after some interruptions, we bring back your regularly scheduled programming of the Vancouver receiving core absolutely gashing receivers, defenders for large chunks of yardage.
Yeah, Christian Brown has really adapted well to this Vancouver offense that's coming over a couple of seasons ago. 1st and 10 from the 44. That's going to be a handoff to Redford. He's going to have him up the middle there, just a gain of 4. And that's a good stop there. TJ Harper leading that. That's his 4th tackle already tonight.
Yeah, he is just, once again, being simple and effective. One of the top prospects coming into the draft, showing his prowess.
Yep, the 23rd overall selection in the draft. That's a handoff. And look at that right there. Joey Schwint breaking through that offensive line and stopping Redford in the backfield to set up a 3rd and 9.
He came crashing through the offensive line like they weren't even there. And now brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and 9. Clock dwindling down towards the end of the first. 4 wide receiver set out of the single back formation. Brown, very short drop, looking and looked like it was intended for Blackwell and just led him a little too far. And that's going to be a punt here for Jackson, or for Vancouver.
Yeah, it just kind of seemed to be a little bit of a broken play from the start. Not much that could have been done there. Brings up 4th and long. They're going to have to punt this one away.
Yep, Jack, and let's talk about this. The SFL convention, man, it's coming to Cincinnati, Ohio, July 28th to the 30th for season 21 kickoff weekend. For room reservation details and the weekend schedule, see the convention channel alerts channel in the SFL Discord server. Rooms are going fast. Reserve your special group rate today. We will see you there, and you guys can rub elbows with myself and Jack Brown. And that is going to do it here for the end of the first deadline here in Jacksonville. Vancouver 7, Jacksonville 7. We'll be back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here in the King's Lair. Chad Rowland, Jack Brown in the booth. Andy Hamilton and Caleb G are in the stats truck. Thank you guys once again for all the hard work. and Cameron Irvine producing the game as Sean Sanders is going to get this party started in the second quarter with the gain of 4.
Yeah, simple dive up the middle, gaining 4 yards. Bang on his average for the year so far. And Jacksonville so far showing they're going to go down without a fight.
Power I formation here, 2nd and 6. That is going to be another run here with Sean Sanders. He's got a little bit of room. Tried to do a little stutter step there, but it didn't really work too well for him. But he does get a good gain, and it's going to be set up with 3rd and 1.
Yeah, only about a yard to go. Should be pretty simple, considering the fact that most all the runs have gone for at least a yard.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty good. 3.4 average tonight. 9 carries for 31 yards so far for Sean Sanders. That is going to be another handoff to Sanders. And did he get across? I don't think he did. They're going to mark him short, and that's going to be 4th and inches.
And what an impressive display of force there from the Vancouver front 7. Forcing it to not be enough.
Yeah, that was Josh Farnsey, the 5-season veteran, a 2-time All-Star. Last time the All-Star in season 18. He's one of the better linebackers in the SFL, as Howard McCoy will be punting that away. And he's going to be hit almost immediately, and Vancouver will take over on their own 39-yard line. So as we discussed, Jack, we're talking about the convention. I know you're excited. I'm excited for it. We're going to be seeing a lot of good people. Hopefully everybody that's in the chat tonight will be there.
Yeah, you know, there are many fun things to do. Watch SFL games, you know, meet people. Compare just how short you are compared to Sam Blotner. You know, there's a lot of great things to do.
Yeah, Sam Blotner's pretty tall, right?
Yes, he's like 6'8".
And that's going to be an out route there. Brett Killian's going to get just short of the first down. It's going to set up 2nd and 1.
Yes, nothing too crazy. Dump off to the outside.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 1 from the 47. Power I formation for the Legion. And that's going to be a handoff, and they are going to stop him in the backfield. He loses a yard, and it looks like Joey Schwint was there right at the beginning.
Yeah, plugging up those holes, making them impossible to run through is Schwint, who just seems to be taking over the might of 3 D tackles all on his own.
Yep, Joey Schwint already 2 tackles for loss tonight so far. And that's going to be 3rd and 2. They're going to run the ball, and look at this as TJ Harper makes the big play there to stop this Vancouver drive.
And you can already see it here. Robert Redford's actually struggling to really get going, being held to just around 2 yards per carry, as Vancouver's going to come out and they might do something.
Let's see what happens here. 4th and 2 from the 47. Are they going to try to make this play, or are they going to try to get him to jump off sides? Let's see how disciplined they are. And it looks like they're just going to try to get him jump off sides, but that's not going to work, as Vancouver will burn a timeout. And I don't know. I mean, Jack, would you have snapped that ball, or would you have done what they did?
To be brutally honest, I don't even know why you would try to run a play like that when you're on the road. I can get it when you're at home, and like you can get the fans to get loud and get in the defense's head, but on the road, I never really got it.
Yeah.
It didn't really make sense to me. But either way, it just ends up burning a timeout.
Well, and that's why we're up here and they're down there. Coach Andy Hamilton making the call there. Let's see if that comes back to him towards the end of this half, as Jacksonville will take over on the 20. And that is going to bring out O.J. Bruin, who, oh, by the way, is a perfect 6 for 6.
Oh, well, look at him go.
6 for 6 for only 56 yards. But he does have a touchdown, as we already seen earlier. Sean Sanders has really been just kind of the bell cow here. 10 attempts so far tonight. And we'll probably see that here again. Heavy I formation set Vancouver looks like they're going to bring 8 in a box, maybe even more than that. That is going to be a handoff to Sanders, and he gets through a lot of those guys as he's going to get a gain of 4. So Sean Sanders really just, as we alluded before, has just been very good so far this season, especially for a second-round draft pick.
Yeah.
3 wide receiver set. Here's 2nd and 6. That is going to be a handoff to Sanders once again with a little spin move and a juke move. And I got to tell you, if Mark Lopez didn't make that tackle, I think Sean Sanders would have been gone.
Oh, absolutely. He looked like he was one man away, sprinting to the end zone. But alas, that does not seem to be the case.
Mark Lopez, the 10-season veteran, there with the tackle, a one-time All-Star, and that's going to bring up the 5 wide set here from Jacksonville. 1st and 10 from the 31. Bruin changing the play at the line, looking for the out route, finds the out route, and that's going to be a gain of 8 as Christopher Ochoa, that's the first time we've called his name. He is the veteran of this wide receiver core, originally from Charleston last year.
Yes, stepping up big with big shoes to fill here is Ochoa. I've always respected the work that he does, obviously, as the guy who had him on his team last year. He's a very solid receiver.
Power I set again. They've been running out of this all night long. They're going to run out of it again, and it looks like Vancouver's seen that coming. And Gerald Judasesi, they're making the big tackle for loss.
Sending them backwards. That's a nice play on defense.
That's the first time I believe we've called Judasesi's name tonight. They're going back to that power I formation once again. As that's going to be a handoff to Sanders. He's going to try to juke move in. Mark Lopez says, no, you are not getting a first down, Rook. Sit down. As that's going to be a 4th down.
Watch the waist when you're looking at a running back who may be trying to juke you. Because no matter what their feet may be doing, their feet could be going here, there, and everywhere. The waist and the trunk will always be going that one direction. Good job, Mark Lopez, for keeping his eyes where they should be.
Yeah, what a tackle there by Lopez. I mean, that is truly why he is one of the vets of this defense, and you can see all that he's learned in his time in the SFL. That's a beautiful tackle. So if you're a strong safety, or a free safety actually, and you want to learn how to tackle, watch that play over and over again.
Yeah. Probably watch some other plays too, just for variety's sake, but that's always a good one to watch.
Yeah. I mean, you got to watch it Friday, but if you want to know how to do a tackle, that's one way to do it.
True.
That's going to bring out the Vancouver offense here. Split back formation. 1st and 10 from the 29. Jacksonville looking like they're bringing the heat. Brown drops back, finds the out route. That is Killian. That thing's been working all evening long.
Yeah, it's a quintessential part of Vancouver's offense they've been working in for a long time, and tonight they're especially leaning into it. And why wouldn't you when it keeps working as well as it is?
Well, when you got 2 rookie corners out of 3, I mean, you're going to take advantage of this wide receiver core. And look at Robert Redford go. That's a handoff. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to get out to the 45, as that was a good gain there by Redford.
Sprint out of the starting blocks. He looked like a track runner there for a second. Having everyone block for him as he just kind of spurts his way out. A good little run.
It looked like Sawyer Stern. I mean, I think Redford broke out of there so quick, Stern wasn't even ready to block.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, you're here? Oh, never mind. 1st and 10 from the 45. Brett Killian there at the bottom of the screen. Looks like he's going to change the play at the line. That is going to be a handoff to Redford. He's going to get to the outside. He breaks the tackle, 1st down. Gets past the 40 down to the 37. And it looks like Robert Redford's coming on fire now.
Yeah, right when the team's needing him, he's going right to the outside, burning the defenders. if Jacksonville isn't careful in another couple runs, we could be seeing him in the end zone, and we could be, the hooting and a hollering about it.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone once tonight. Maybe doing it again. That run defense, which is 26th in the league, needs to step up. Changing the play once again. There's going to be another handoff to Redmond. And it's not going to work that time as Forrest Dalton there stops him at the line of scrimmage. So Forrest Dalton, the 3-season veteran, with the stop. As that is going to set up 2nd and 10. Brown drops back, looking, he looks deep down the field, and that is tipped away. And I don't know if that was dropped or if he actually just tipped that right into his hands, Jack, but it was incomplete.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird throw, weird catch, kind of hard to tell what happened. But luckily for Jacksonville, it didn't end in 6.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, he had him burnt.
Oh yeah, he was right there.
Big 3rd down here for the defense. 3rd and 10 from the 38. Brown, short drop, looking over the middle, finds his target. It's going to be short. James Walters with the catch. It's going to be 4th down, Jack, but they are going to be in field goal range.
Yeah, and that's really about all you need in a game where it appears that Jacksonville kind of has you backed up.
And that's going to bring out Chance to win here for his first field goal attempt of the night. And that is going to be a good snap, good hold. The kick is up and good from 45 as Vancouver will extend their lead here in the back end of this first half, 10-7.
Yeah, that is what they need to reestablish control here. Because it seems their defense is kind of clued into what Jacksonville's doing. The offense was not able to break away and really set the pace in this game.
That was a 6-play, 43-yard drive that ended in a field goal there for Vancouver. As that will be received in just inside the end zone. As Swayze's going to be able to take that out. He's going to get past the 20, down to the 22. And Bruin will come out once again to see if they can try to get some momentum here going into the end of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, a big touchdown or something like that will definitely flip the script of this game.
They have been playing really conservative tonight, running the ball efficiently, though. 14 carries so far for Sean Sanders. As this is going to be carry number 15. He's got a little bit of room to the outside. He does a spin move. Gets a 1st down, and he's out to the 34. Nice little run there by Sean Sanders.
Broke into the outside, cut back in, did a little spin move for a little bit of extra style points. He's looking very well for himself tonight. He's almost doing a better job of being Robert Redford than Robert Redford so far.
Yep, 15 carries for 55 yards tonight, averaging just over 3.5. Looking pretty good. 1st and 10 from the 34. Heavy formation set once again for the Kings. Vancouver trying to bring the heat on the run, and they are going to be able to do that. That's a big stop. That is Josh Farnsey once again.
And it keeps going. The back and forth battle in the trenches, this is honestly the most entertaining part of this match so far.
Yep, Farnsey looking very good so far in this game, and that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning here down in Jacksonville. Vancouver with a small lead, 10-7. You are watching the SFL on YouTube. We'll be right back. And we are back here in the King's Lair. Chad Rowland, Jack Brown in the booth tonight. Andy Hamilton and Caleb G. Caleb doing his first stats game on his own tonight, so props to you, Caleb. And that was just simply dropped there by Dill Swayze.
Yeah, that was a bit of a risky throw there from O.J. Bruin. Nearly added to his interception total. Fortunately for him, it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that went right through the hands of his receiver. I mean, if you're going to, that's a second down. That's a big play right there, because if he would have caught that, Jack, he would have been right there at the first down mark, and we wouldn't be looking at 3rd and 9. Bunch formation set here for the Kings. Bruin, short drop, pump fake, looking deep down the middle, and that was tipped away. It is intercepted. And that is going to be taken. And that is Drew Hamilton with the interception. And that's the first turnover tonight in the ball game.
Pick number 36 for OJ Bruin. It could not come at a more inopportune time. Lobs it deep. I don't think it was a bad play call or a bad route. He just underthrew it. He needed a little bit more zip, a little bit more juice on the football.
Yeah, he definitely needed to have a little more oomph on that. Mark Lopez with the deflection and Drew Hamilton there with the interception. So great play there by Drew, as that is going to set up 1st and 10 here from the 43. Vancouver, all 3 timeouts. Let's see what they do. Brown drops, and he hits as he throws, and that is overthrown there. I think he was really, Jack, just trying to throw that thing out of bounds because Forrest Dalton was coming at him.
Yeah, he was firing it at all cylinders, and he was able to get it out just in time. No gain, no loss.
Yep, good heads-up play there by Christian Brown. His 2nd season here in Vancouver. And as we talked about before, he's adapting very well. 2nd and 10 from the 43. Jacksonville looking maybe to play some press coverage. Drops back, and he is taken down for a sack. That is Joey Schwint, who has had a monster first half.
And there was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide for Christian Brown as he loses 5 on that play. But now this is when Vancouver's their most dangerous, Chad, when they have a lot of yards to pick up, and they only have 1 play to do it.
Empty set formation, tight end in there to block. And then he's going to be taken down once again. And it looks like Forrest Dalton was there, but Joey Schwint was right there as well.
Back-to-back sacks for the Jacksonville defense. Sends Vancouver packing before this drive really even got started. And what an excellent way to respond after a pick like that to force them to punt it away.
Yep, Joey Schwint has just been a man possessed tonight for Jacksonville, as he's just been in that backfield all night long. As that's going to be fair caught there from about the 18-yard line. And so you got 32 seconds to go, Jack. You're down 3. You're going to go into half here. If you're Jacksonville, you going to try to go for this?
No reason why not. You're down 3. If I remember correctly, they get the ball back to start the second half. So, I mean, yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, would love to see them try to get the momentum here, and maybe they are going to, Jack. 5 wide set here. Jacksonville does have all 3 timeouts. Bruin drops back, looking, finds his target. Look at this, wide open down the sideline. That is Joseph Badet there with his first catch of the night. That's down to the 45.
It appears they forgot to cover one of the receivers outright because they had pretty much everyone else ready to go. Oh no, it was a zone. Yeah, he just beat the zone to the outside. Too high for one guy, too low for the other. And that's going to be a huge gain.
That's a huge play there by the rookie, Joseph Badet, who was the 51st selection in the 2nd round. And yeah, you're right, Jack. I mean, they just found that soft spot in the zone. 3 wide receiver set here for the Kings. Bruin drops back, looking over the middle, and finds his man. Wow, what a throw, what a catch. That was Dill Swayze, and Jacksonville burns their first time out.
I think that was tipped twice. Once by Swayze, and then second time out the defender before it just fell into Swayze's hands again. And that is a huge gain for Jacksonville.
Yep, and it looks like, I'll tell you this, Jack, and we'll talk about this here in a second. 1st and 10 from the 38, 23 seconds to go. Bruin, short drop, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. And that was Charlie Brown, the backup defensive tackle, there with the sack. Bruin drops back once again, pump fake, and he's hit as he throws. And that is going to be incomplete. Brown once again there just being a menace. He's been watching Joey Schwint and doing his best impression.
Yeah. But unfortunately for Jacksonville, they're looking to tie this going into the half. They're going to need some pretty decent yards on this play right here, because it's a little bit too far away for the field goal.
5 wide set here. On this drive, Jack, if you've been noticing, they've been targeting against Major Key. Let's see what they do here, as that's going to be over the middle, tipped away, and incomplete. It was something I noticed there, and the stats truck actually provided it as well, that they've been targeting Major Key, which is almost a mistake in my mind.
Yeah.
Major Key, a 9-season veteran, a 3-time All-Star. I think if you're going to target somebody, you don't target that guy. But maybe I'm wrong.
It's surprisingly...
This is kind of interesting.
This one. Yeah.
This is an interesting call.
I understand it's a very long ways away, but
they're going
just kick it.
They're going to punt it away, and you know, Howard McCoy is going to be proud because he gets a punt inside the 5 down. And that's going to do it here for the end of the first half. This is a tight one, guys. A very defensive game. 10-7. And Jack, let's talk about this for a second. I mean, did you expect this to be a defensive battle so far in the first half?
No. I was expecting at least a little bit more offense from both sides. However, we got a whole other half football. And as we saw last week, Chad, it started out close, but then it just got uncorked during the third quarter.
Yeah, and I want to bring this up here real quick. A big key stat so far why this game may be close in Jacksonville's offense is because Jacksonville right now it looked like 85% on third down, which, I mean, they're a decent third down team, but Vancouver is second in the league at 61%. They're only 20% third down conversion so far.
Yeah, it's just been in a lot of ways, it's been the same old for these two teams. In a lot of ways, it's been a bit unorthodox.
Yeah, and let's talk about, obviously, you know, the quarterback play has been very good so far. It's been low scoring, but, you know, O.J. Bruin looking pretty clean except for that one interception. Christian Brown looking pretty decent as well. Jack, what do these quarterbacks need to do to try to turn this up in the second half to get a victory?
Well, I mean, honestly, it seems to be a lot of it just comes down to the play calling. They're not going for those big, deep routes. And also just try and look where the coverage is giving you stuff. Like, what? Because when they're playing smart, they're playing very well. But it just seems to be that they're not going for it. They're either forcing it way too deep, or they're playing it way too safe.
And let's look to see if Joey Schwinn continues this dominance that he's been doing so far tonight. He's got a sack, 2 tackles for loss tonight. I believe he's got 3 tackles for loss, actually, if I remember right. But nevertheless, it's been looking very good. And Jacksonville will be starting this half with the ball, as we're about to get this underway here in the second half. This has been a big defensive game so far. Glad to see you all tuning in, as Jacksonville will be receiving this from in their own end zone. They will take that out. They're going to get past 15, and they're going to get to the 19-yard line, as that will bring out the Kings offense once again.
Yeah, I mean, that first half, the Kings did pretty much what they needed to do. O.J. Bruin only had 1 interception during the first half, which for him, you know, for a large portion of this game, has been pretty dang good.
Yep, and they've been really relying heavily on the man they're handing the ball off to, Sean Sanders. He gets away from that one. Gerald Giudice doesn't let him get away from that one, as that's going to be a stop for no gain. As Giudice with the second tackle of the night. And that is going to set up 2nd and 10 here from the 20. Another heavy set formation once again here for the Kings. And that's going to be a handoff to Sanders. He's going to break it back to the inside. He's trying to fight his way through. Mark Lopez was there first. And then you also had Marquise Reed, the former safety, converted into linebacker there with the tackle.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 here for the Kings. 3 wide receiver set. Bruin, barely a drop at all. He finds his target. That is Dill Swayze. And
No, they're going to say he dropped.
they're going to say he dropped it.
Yeah.
4th and 5. Not sure exactly what happened there. I looked down and looked up, and then it was incomplete. So 4th and 5, as Jacksonville will be punting this away. Vancouver will be looking to try to extend their lead here on their first drive of the second half. And Drew Hamilton must have been the one who took that away from him as he hit him as he caught the ball. And that's going to be 1st and 10 here from the 43 for Vancouver. First and 10 from the 43. Gun formation here with the running back to his left. Christian Brown drops back, looking slant route. That's going to be caught in the middle. That's a gain of 6 as James Walters hashtag throw it to the tight end with the catch.
Just a simple gain of 6. And it establishes Vancouver's offensive rhythm.
And once again, another defensive stud tonight so far for this Kings defense. TJ Harper with another tackle on that play. Brown drops back, looking for the screen pass, finds in Robert Redford. That's going to be hit there. What a nice tackle there by Jorge Torres, the safety coming up. And that's going to set up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, came crashing down to the outside, knew exactly where the play was going to be, and made it happen.
It was like Jorge Torres just knew that was coming. I formation set here, 3rd and 4. Brown looking, and he fires. Man, he was double covered. Not sure exactly what he saw there. TJ Harper breaks that up, and that's going to be 4th down.
And once again, Jacksonville, unlike Sioux Falls last week, has so far done a pretty good job at containing the Vancouver pass attack.
Yep, it's going to have to be hashtag stick 'em there for these linebackers, as that would have been an easy interception there for TJ Harper. 4th and 4 as Vancouver's going to have to punt it away, so each team here on their first drive in the second half has been unsuccessful. As Brian Patrick will be punting that one away. It's going to be fair caught there from the 16, and the Kings will come out once again, Jack, and they're going to be looking to try to take this lead.
Yeah, even in a defensive struggle session like this has been, Jacksonville's still showing some signs of life. They need a big play. They need something big. And they can take the lead here pretty easily.
1st and 10 from the 16. Heavy formation set once again. And it's going to be a handoff to Sean Sanders. Looking like the outside was sealed there. Good blocking there by Joel Harleman as he gets a gain of 6.
He picks up 6 yards on the play. Number 27 with the tackle. Second and 3.
And that's going to set up 2nd and 4. Jacksonville coming out in a heavy set once again. They've been running this all night long. Vancouver going to shift the linebackers to try to stop that run. And they are indeed going to stop that run. And that's a big tackle there. And I'll tell you what, Charlie Brown, this backup defensive tackle has just been very good tonight.
Come. My brain fried while I was trying to come up with the joke.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to maybe slip and fall there, but he did not. 5 wide set
no,
there. Drops back, looking deep down the sideline, and that is tipped away. Almost intercepted. Major key. They've been testing him all night long, and this time he made him pay with the deflection.
And thus continues the issues that I've been talking about where it seems that all the passes are just a little bit off of where they need to be. They're either too far or they're just a little bit off, but off enough as to where they fail pretty miserably.
As that's going to bring out Howard McCoy once again. 4th and 7 is going to try to at least get them on their own side of the field. And he barely does as he gets out to the 49-yard line. So Vancouver's going to have some excellent field position here to start this drive.
Yeah, they're kind of back where they were after that second down play. Hopefully they can make something out of it.
Christian Brown, 11 of 17 tonight for 126 yards so far. 1st and 10. And that's going to be a free play there as he jumps off sides. Robert Redford is going to break a tackle, and they're going to stop him. He's not going to get much, but they're going to get a free 5 yards.
Yeah, Vancouver is just going to take the penalty here. Pretty straightforward.
And let's see what R62 says. It is indeed offsides. And that was on the 11th season veteran Taquan Hale, as he was just a little too eager to try to get to Robert Redford. So the 3-time All-Star jumping off sides, and that is going to set up a 1st and 5 here for the Legion. Gun split formation here for the Legion. Jacksonville looking like they're trying to bring pressure, but they drop their linebackers back. Brown with the out route finds his target. That is Brett Killian. They're going to actually mark him out of bounds, as that's going to be 2nd and 5.
These refs out here are getting pretty stingy with whether they're counting them as in or out, eh?
Yeah, it looks like we're not going to get a challenge there. I think he pretty was out, so nothing to challenge. So 2nd and 5 here, split back formation for the Legion. Brown, short drop, looking over the middle, finds James Walters. That's going to be a 1st down, and they're going to get up to the 39-yard line. First and 10 from the 39. Brown looking like he's going to change the play here at the line. There's a handoff to Redford, and that is going to be just a yard or two, as it looks like Forrest Dalton was able to make the play.
Yeah, they're only going to give him a yard as Jacksonville's defensive line continues to suffocate Redford, giving him pretty much nowhere to go.
Gun straight formation here for the Legion. Kings coming out in a dime 3-2. Brown looking, there's a flag on the play. That is caught by Killian. He is wide open, and right now it's a touchdown for Vancouver. But let's see what the flag is, Jack.
Yeah, it could be anything, especially since I think it came after the snap.
And that is going to be personal foul. It looks like clipping. They're on Michael Percoco.
Oh.
And that play is going to come back. Let's take a look at the highlight here as, oh yeah, right there, that little shove there on Joey Schwint. And
yeah, he pushed him a little bit too far.
Yep, just a little bit of a block in the back. And that's going to set up 2nd and 27 here. So 4 wide receiver set. And that's going to be caught there. Look at that throw there by Chris Curtis. Inside tight coverage as he's going to get a gain of about 8.
Yeah, helps alleviate the damage done from the penalty. And now Vancouver going to once again need another big play.
And he was surrounded by 3 defenders. And somehow he was still able to make that pass and make that catch. Beautiful play there by Brown to Chris Curtis. 3rd and 15 from the 44. Brown, short drop, slant routes, looking, and that is tipped away, almost intercepted. That was Toby Neer there on the deflection, and that's going to set up a punt here for Vancouver. So Vancouver, even though that they started from their own 49-yard line, could not get much going. They had that touchdown throw there to Brett Killian, but the penalty negated that, so it's going to be a punt here for the Legion. As they're going to try to pin him inside, deep in their own territory. And that's going to take a nice little bounce there. And, oh, did he get it? He did. What a play there. And that was Gus Schultz, the backup strong safety, was able to pin him down there on the 3. Good punt.
Kicked those legs up and just kept on skidding. What a play.
And the Kings are going to have to start deep in their own territory from the 3. Heavy set formation here, going to try to run out of this. They are indeed. That's going to be a handoff. He's got a little bit of room as he's going to get to the 11-yard line, a gain of 8 on the run. As Sean Sanders there with the good run, but looking very solid tonight for this Kings offense. Heavy set once again, 2nd and 2 from the 11. There's a handoff to Sanders. He's not going to get the first down. That Vancouver defense is able to stop him, and it's going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looked like Mark Lopez was there, along with Will Stern on the tackle.
Yeah, stopping him short of the line of gain. One more play, they'll get it right back.
3rd and 1 from the 12. Heavy I formation here for the Kings. That's going to be another handoff to Sanders, and he is just short of that first down. And I got to tell you, Jack, I thought maybe he just barely crossed that line. But Charlie Brown there once again with a big stop, and that's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, another huge stop for Vancouver. It seems that Jacksonville's offense that was already kind of on edge during the first half has been completely shut down.
4th down and inches, and that is going to be punting away to Vancouver once again. And this time they're going to be inside in the Jacksonville territories. That's going to be set up from the 47. They were just in this position not long ago, couldn't do anything with it. So let's see what the Vancouver offense can bring. There's a shot of Chris Curtis there. As you're going to see I formation here, 2 wide receivers set at the bottom of the screen. From the 47, Jacksonville look like they're bringing the heat. Brown, deep drop. He's looking deep down the middle of the field, and that is tipped away and almost intercepted. It looked like Young thought there was on the deflection, and that's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, it was just a little bit overthrown or underthrown. Curtis got swamped by the defenders.
2nd and 10 here from the 47. Look like Kings might be trying to bring the heat in a 4-3. That's going to be a handoff, it looks like, to Will Stern, and it looks like Taquan Hale was there to make the stop, and that's going to be 3rd and 10. So that was Sawyer Stern's first attempt of the night. Didn't really do much, and now you're going to hear this Jacksonville crowd get into it. 3rd and 10 from the 47, gun straight. Brown drops back, looking, and it's going to be intercepted. Underthrown it to Chris Curtis, and that was Nathan Neer, the 28th selection in the first round, with the interception.
Not enough on the football. It seems that everyone here in the quarterback rooms lost all their arm strength. They've been replaced with noodles. And Jacksonville finally gets some momentum for the first time in this second half.
And maybe Jacksonville's going to try to just stomp down on the pedal here. 5 wide receiver set for the Kings. Bruin drops back. He's going to look deep down the sideline, and that was incomplete. Looking like Major Key was right there once again, intended for Kingston Ellington. they have been just testing Major Key all night long there.
Second and 10.
And Key
24 yards.
has been getting the best of him. Second and 10 from the 24. 4 wide receiver set here out of the single back formation. Bruin. Deep drop, pump fake. He's going to look down the sideline once again, and that is deflected. And Major Key could have had an interception right there, but it's going to be incomplete, third down. So let's see what Vancouver's offense can do here. Or Jacksonville's offense, I'm sorry. Third down, 5 wide set. Bruin drops back, looking deep down the middle. That is caught. Oh, but it's actually dropped. Looked like he had it in his hands. But Drew Hamilton breaking the pass up again, and that's going to be fourth down.
Just constantly rattling these receivers is the Vancouver secondary. Playing physical and up against the ball. They're going to get this one back in what seems to be a bit of a game of punting tennis.
And there's a low snap there by the punter. That's going to be punted away. As he's going to be taken there by Blackwell as he's going to get to the 46-yard line. And if you're missing any SFL action, check out highlights of SFL games on SFL YouTube channel and on Highlight Nation, provided by Victor's Valiant, YouTube's premier sports highlight maker. Subscribe to Highlight Nation at Victor's Valiant on YouTube for all your highlight needs. And it's a very valuable thing to have on the SFL YouTube page, as a lot of games can be missed, and so you go back and just watch a quick condensed version of it. Makes it very nice. Gun straight formation here. 90-yard slants, pump fake. He's going to look in the middle. Finds his target. That looks like it's going to be James Walters there with the first down. So the Legion right there coming out firing, showing that gun straight formation on first down.
Yeah, they're going aggressive here.
Brown drops back, looking over the middle, and look at the catch there.
Whoa!
Blackwell with the one-handed sliding catch, and that's going to be a first down on the 32.
That triggered like 5 different crazy animations at the same time, all coming together to make a great catch that's setting up the team closer to field goal range.
Power I formation here. Robert Redford's going to get out to the outside. He's got a nice little block right there. Gets past the 20, past the 10, and he's going to be down to the 9-yard line. And what a run there by Robert Redford to get inside the red zone.
And finally, for the first time this second half, it seems some offenses are getting going. Redford picking up a few blocks to the outside, gets down to around the 10.
And there was, got to give a shout out to the fullback there, Sawyer Stern, with a nice block to be able to free up more yardage. First and goal here from the 9. Brown drops back, looking short, and that was incomplete. Not sure. I believe he might have hit one of his linemen.
Yeah. They might get him here for an eligible receiver downfield.
And Jack, that is indeed what they're going to do. A legal touching of the forward pass, as that was the guard, or the center actually, Ron Swanson, there, who touched the ball. So that's going to knock them back a little bit. So first and goal here from the 14. And there's going to be a handoff there to Redford, who's waiting for the block to develop. Does not develop, actually, as he just gets maybe a yard on the run.
Yeah, not a terrible way to mitigate the loss of yards, but they're going to need something big here if they want a touchdown.
Second and goal, split back formation here for the Legion. That's going to be a handoff to Robert Redford up the middle there. He breaks the tackle, getting down to the 6-yard line. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal.
8 yards on the play. Number 21, credited with the tackle. That's the end of the
And that is going to do it here for the end of the fourth quarter, everybody. So let's get your 4, 12, 68s, and 86s up in the chat. As the Legion still deadlocked here 10-7. And we'll be right back here on SFL on YouTube. So we have switched sides of the field here in the King's Lair. Chad Rowan, Jack Brown in the booth tonight. Andy Hamilton and Caleb G in the stats truck. Thank you, gentlemen, again for all your hard work. And Cameron Irvine producing the game for us tonight. 3rd and goal. Brown drops back. He gets hit as he throws.
Whoa.
And look who it is. Jack Joey Schwint with making a big play.
I swear he's going to haunt that man's nightmares on the flight at home. But good job for Jacksonville to still keep this a 1-score ball game when clearly this thing was looking down the barrel of going down by 2 scores.
4th and goal here, bringing out chance to win on this chip shot field goal. As there's a good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good from 22 yards out. So Vancouver extending their lead, and that'll be the biggest lead of the night for them, as it's going to be 13-7. So if you guys are liking this game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. That's pretty true. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. And that is going to be taken down there at the 24. So Jacksonville is going to come out here with their first drive of the 4th quarter, Jack. What do they got to do here to try to get back on the board?
Well, it seems to be that whatever they were doing in the 3rd quarter, just kind of scrap that, is really the main advice that I'd give if I were them.
1st and 10 from the 24. Bruin drops back. He's got protection. Looking deep down the sideline. It's tipped away. And he had an opportunity to make that interception. And that was Zach Lay there. And wow, what a play there by Zach Lay.
Yeah, he just seemed to be a little bit short on the pick part of the play. But still a good job to beat out his man. Yeah, I think that was Ochoa. Which, by the way, former Charleston Predators, both of them. I don't think they played on the team at the same time, but still, something very funny.
2nd and 10.
Yep, that is an interesting fact indeed, as actually Zach Lay, you are correct, they didn't play at the same time. Zach Lay was in San Diego this past season. 2nd and 10, bunch formation out of the gun. Bruin trying to make him jump, but they're not going to. Drops back. Protection's going to be broken down, and that's going to be a sack. And that is Cabrin Womack with his first sack of the night.
Took too long to figure out where to go and what to do. And he did not see Womack coming. And it gets taken down for the sack.
3rd and 17 here for the Kings. 4 wide set. Out of the gun. Sanders on his right. Bruin drops back, looking for the out route, finds it. Kingston Ellington, and oh my God, he just got laid out by Major Key. Man, they've been trying to pick on him all night, and Major Key just said, don't even try it, guys, and he just laid him out. What a big-time hit there from the cornerback, Major Key, and that is going to be a punt here for Howard McCoy, who's been on the field constantly tonight. As that's going to be a low snap, and it was close to being blocked.
Yeah, nearly blocked.
As he's going to be hit as soon as he caught it, and that's going to set up the Legion offense here on their own 40-yard line. And this would be a good drive right now, Jack, to where if Vancouver could score here, they might be able to, take the win here if they can do that.
First and 10 from the Lynx, 41-yard line.
So let's see what they can do here. First and 10 from the 40. Single back formation. Brown drops back, looking over the middle, throws a tight spiral right there. Perfect to Brett Killian. That's going to be a first down.
And like he hadn't even missed a beat. Christian Brown just loaded up and fired it over the middle. Good job for him there.
Brett Killian tonight looking pretty good. 5 catches for 57 yards so far. First and 10 from the 44. That's going to be a handoff to Redford, and he's going to be stopped immediately right there at the line. And that is TJ Harper right there, as that was his 8th tackle of the night.
Well, good job for him. He's been doing pretty dang well.
Yep, TJ Harper, you alluded to it earlier. He was a highly touted draft pick coming out of Lincoln. And that's going to be 2nd and 9, and that's to the fullback. And that's Sawyer Stern, and that's just going to be a 1-yard gain. Joey Schwint there on the tackle. So here we go, the crowd getting on their feet here. 3rd and 9. Trying to hope their defense can make a stop. Brown, empty backfield. Drops back to line, holding well. He's going to find his target. That is Chris Curtis. That's going to be a first down to the 27.
And it once again seems to be that they're moving back into range, and they're moving back with their offense again. Now they can put it in the end zone and might just lock it up considering how well their defense has been playing so far.
And that is going to be a handoff right there to Robert Redford. He tries to do a little stutter step there, does a little spin move, gets a gain of 5, and that's going to be second and 5.
Number 27 with the tackle.
So Robert Redford, 17 carries tonight, 80 yards, and a touchdown, looking really good. As that's going to be a bunch formation there at the top of your screen. Dime 3-2 package here for the Kings. Brown, deep drop, looking deep over the middle, and that was deflected. 3 Kings were all around him, and that's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and they just swamped the Legion receiver, who was a little bit beyond where Christian Brown was hoping to throw.
Third and 5 here for the Legion. Looking to convert another 3rd down. Kings maybe playing some press coverage and bringing the heat. Brown, short drop, and that is going to be intercepted. That is going to be picked off Stan Diamond, another rookie, 2nd-round draft pick with the interception.
And Jacksonville, when their offense seems to be slowing down, their defense is scratching and clawing every way back into this football game.
Yeah, the Kings' defense has just been superb tonight, holding Vancouver to just 13 points so far. Vancouver is 9th in the league in scoring, averaging over 29 points a game. And so far, they got 13 here in the Kings' lair. Power I formation here for the Kings. That is going to be a handoff to Sean Sanders. He's got some room there on the outside, and he does take the outside. Farnsey with the tackle. That's going to be a gain of 5.
Now this is going to be kind of the big hill for Jacksonville to overcome. Can they get out of their own way with their own conservative play calling throughout their first 3.5 quarters?
Well, heavy set formation here. So the answer so far is no, but that is going to be stopped there immediately. And that was Earl Fields, the 4th there with the tackle. Earl Fields there. That was his 2nd tackle of the night. As that's going to be 3rd and 4 here. 3 wide receiver set for the Kings. Bruin, short drop, looking for that 50X body, finds it, and that's going to be first down for Dill Swayze.
And finally, Jacksonville seems to be back at it, moving the chains. Even if they're going slow and steady, they got 6 minutes and all 3 timeouts. So they don't need to be too aggressive if they choose not to be.
Well, right now, they're just chewed up this clock and moving down the field here. First attempt for the 32. That's going to be another handoff to Sanders. And look at that. Fields there again, along with Achilles Papatonis there for the stop. Achilles Papatonis, a 5-season veteran, a 2-time All-Star, including last season in season 19. Power I formation here again for the Kings. That's going to be a handoff to Sanders, and he's not going to get very far, as it looks like Zach Lade there coming up with the tackle, and that's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And now desperately they're going to need to rely on the arm of O.J. Bruin to uncork something deep.
And let's see what they do. As you can see, they're 11 of 20, 124 yards only tonight so far for O.J. Bruin. 3rd and 9 from the 33. Bunch formation at the top of your screen. Short drop. Pump fake. Looking. Finds his man, but that was broken up. And that was going to be short anyway. And that's going to be 4th down.
And that is quite unfortunate for Jacksonville. Looking to play spoiler, as that one's going to fall to the ground incomplete.
Yep, good play there by Will Stern, the backup free safety there, the 2-season veteran, as Jacksonville looks to be punting this away once again. And, Jack, I got to agree with you there. I mean, you were talking about they need to break out something to go deep, and they play conservative, and it cost them.
Yeah.
And that's going to be fair caught there from the 33-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. And that's going to be 1st and 10 here from the 33. If you're Vancouver, I mean, you just try to run this clock off.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a handoff there to Redford, as he's going to get a gain of 3. So Vancouver will be looking to just try to maybe get a 1st down or 2 to try to drain this clock and just run it through their main guy, Robert Redford. 2nd and 7 here from the 36. And there's going to be the handoff there to Redford, and that's going to be a big stop there. Looking like John Martin was there first on the tackle, along with Forrest Dalton.
Meeting him right at the point of contact as Vancouver looking to slow this game to a crawl.
And this crowd really not getting into it, but this is a big play here. 3rd and 7, 3:35 to go here in the 4th. Jacksonville looking to make a stop. Brown, deep drop, looking deep down the sideline, and that is caught, and he is gone, and that is Blackwell with the touchdown. Vancouver strikes late.
And after all this time of the stagnation of these two offenses, someone was going to uncork something eventually, and it was Vancouver to Justice Blackwell, who ends up launching this one. And so finally, Vancouver might just be able to put an end to this.
64-yard touchdown pass right there to Blackwell. That was the longest pass either team has had all night. Probably the longest play either team has had the entire night. So that's going to bring out chance to win here for the extra point. As good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So this Monday night, the Impact Monday, or as some people like to call it, the Cam and Paul Monday Night Spectacular. This wild Week 13 concludes with a must-win situation. Both the 6-4 San Diego Mavericks and the 5-5 DC Dragons are looking to hashtag make an impact and capitalize on some of the mistakes made by other teams around them. It all starts this week in the SFL pregame at 7:15 p.m. Eastern, with the kickoff slated for 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Jack, that's going to be a hell of a game to watch.
Yeah, it should be a fun game with two teams with everything on the line. You know, yeah, I mean, really, there's going to be nothing better to watch on Monday night.
Nope, and it just all really kicks off with that Impact Monday show. Cam and Paulie do a terrific job breaking down everything that happens in the SFL in that week. Bunch formation here for the Kings. Bruin drops back. He's going to try to get around it, but he's not going to get away from that, as that is going to be a sack there. And that was Cabron Womack with his second sack of the night. No huddle offense here for the Kings. Bunch set, 2nd and 17. Bruin drops back. Pressure coming to him again. He gets the ball off, and that's a fumble. They're called it as a fumble. Looks like Stern has recovered for now. I'm pretty sure that'll be reviewed and be called incomplete.
Yeah, I don't think, the ball is nowhere near enough in terms of timing for that to really count. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, but it looks like Lopez was the one that forced that, as you can see him celebrating there after the hit. And there it is. I was waiting. I was kind of wondering, are they going to challenge that or not? Looked a little delayed, but head coach Frank Gooden throwing out the challenge flag. And I think we both could just fully say that this is an incomplete pass.
Yeah. I can't imagine a timeline where this ends up standing.
Yeah, you know, the question always is, did he make a football move before fumbling the ball? And the answer looks like no, but let's see what R62 has to say, as it looks like the call will be overturned. Andy Hamilton having a conniption fit on the sideline for whatever reason. Jacksonville will not be charged with a timeout. So Jacksonville will retain here, but they still got a lot of work to do. 3rd and 17, 3 minutes to go in the ball game. 4 wide receiver set. Bruin drops back, looking over the middle, and that is intercepted. That is Drew Hamilton with his 2nd interception of the night, and that should all but seal this game here for Vancouver.
Yeah, if that last play wasn't a turnover, that certainly was. And for Vancouver, that should seal their 5th consecutive SFL Pacific Division crown.
Yep, Vancouver will be moving to 7-4. And probably, as you said, Jack, will have the division championship to go along with it. But, Jack, we have seen some crazy things happen in the SFL. And that's going to be a handoff to Robert Redford. And we are going to actually go to the SFL studios for a game break. So, Cameron Irvine, take it away.
Thanks, Chad. When you are done in Jacksonville, head on over to Fort Worth and Motor City, where Ibrahim Creata is your leading rusher for the V8s today. He also hit Shane Coughlin for that touchdown. 21-17, V8s making a game of it in the 3rd against the Toros. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Cam. That's going to be interesting. Ibrahim Creata, the quarterback there for Motor City, Jack, is the leading rusher in that ball game. That's going to be a handoff to Stern, as that's going to take him up to the 3-yard line. He does get the first down. So as we talked about before, Vancouver does get will probably end up with the division. It obviously comes down to Portland losing as well, but I believe that even with this victory, they will have the division crown. If you're Jacksonville, this is your 9th loss in a row, Jack. What do they need to do to turn this around? I mean, even if it's just for the next game, just to have some faith.
I mean, honestly, it just seemed to me that the offensive play calling was way too conservative. I understand O.J. Bruin has a turnover problem. I do. I genuinely do.
Yeah.
But at some point,
you got to go
your attempted solution is more than the problem, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think when you look at the situation, I mean, they started off hot, right? 2-0. Everybody was talking about how, here comes Jacksonville, right? That 5-wide set. Bruins started getting pick after pick after pick after a few games. And you're right. I think the head coach and the coaching staff made that decision to say, okay, we're going to make this a little bit more conservative offense. And I believe it cost them at the end here, because the past few games, I've called a few games of Jacksonville's this season, and they look totally different than they did the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's disappointing, really. They could put in that little bit extra.
3rd and goal here from the 3. And that's going to be a handoff to Redford. He tries to get to the outside, and look at that. They do make a stop there. Jacksonville burns their final timeout. That was TJ Harper, who's had a really good game tonight there on the stop.
Yeah, and it's going to minimize the bleeding a little bit more here. Go from a 20-point deficit to just a 16-point deficit.
And there is to win there, but the kick is up. It is good from 18 yards. That's going to make it 23-7. As we talked about, Vancouver are going to be moving to 7-4, and for their next week game, will try to get another win to try to get their position even higher in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be taken from the 2. As Swayze is going to be able to get to the outside there. He gets past the 20, gets up to the 25-yard line. And that's going to bring out this offense again here for Jacksonville.
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting to see if they do, just to try and put some points up on the board, build some morale for their game next week.
Yep, and we got some good games that'll be coming up here tonight, as Portland Fleet will be taking on the Sioux Falls Sparrows. And there's going to be an out route there to Christopher Ochoa. That's going to be a gain of 6. Later on tonight, as we said, Portland will take on Sioux Falls in Sioux Falls, and then the Indianapolis Ramblers will be out in LA to take on the Lycans to round out this Sunday slate.
Let's go. 2nd and 3 from Adam, 31-yard.
Not to toot my own horn there, but the Ramblers need a victory.
Well, then I hope you get your victory.
I hope I do. 2nd and 4 from the 31. Power I formation set. That's going to be a handoff here to Sean Sanders, and good stop there. That was Vic Bowers Jr. Looks like the backups might be in here, as that's going to be another handoff there to Sanders. He's going to get the spin move. And they're going to mark him just short there. So that's going to be 4th and inches from the 35.
Well, I mean, there's no reason not to go for this, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously 4th down territory. It's got to be. And it looks like they're going to run the ball, because they've only run out of this formation the entire night. And it is going to be a run. Sean Sanders is going to get the first down, and this drive will continue. First and 10, and that's going to be a spike, what it looks like, as it's going to stop the clock.
Yeah.
So Vancouver, like we said, they're going to be jockeying for playoff position next week. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Maybe Jacksonville can end this drive with a score. Bruin drops back, looking down the sideline, and that was actually a decent throw, but what a play there. Looked like Schultz there with the deflection. And then it's going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Kings offense. 42 seconds to go in this ball game. 5 wide set here for the Kings. Bruin drops back, looking, tipped away, and that was bobbled around a couple times there by the defenders, but it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, 4th down, and now one final play as why did I even think about trying to pronounce that?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try it. All right, I'm gonna do it.
All right, you're gonna do it.
So
you're gonna do it.
It's Jaquinarius. Let's see, Jaquinarius. That's pretty much the first name.
Yeah, I can tell I can tell it's a reference to that Key and Peele sketch.
Yes. And I gotta tell you, I mean, OJ Bruin tonight started 6-6 in this game, and since then he's 6-20.
Wait, that sound, man. There we go.
That is gonna be tipped away. That was Zach Lade there on the deflection, and if you want to look at the reason what's going on with this Jacksonville offense, I mean, there's part of it, right? I mean, we talked about the conservative play call, a little too conservative, but then it looks like when they try to go and do something a little aggressive, it's underthrown, deflected away, whatever you want to call it. So, and that will do it here. They're going to go ahead and take a couple of knees as Vancouver will be moving to 7-4, will become the division champs, more than likely here of the Pacific Division. So congratulations once again. As the Vancouver Legion here have been to the postseason every season since season 14.
Yeah.
So that is very consistent here for the Legion. So congratulations once again.
And they've won the Pacific Division so far every season since it was established back in season 16.
And that will do it here in the Kings Lair. Vancouver comes away with a victory, their 7th of the season. Meanwhile, Jacksonville losing their 9th game in a row. And really, I mean, the story here, Jack, as we could talk about, is really, I think, I mean, it was a defensive game all game long, but Vancouver's offense was a little more aggressive, and it paid off in the end for them.
Yeah, I think realistically, if you're from Jacksonville, you got to ask yourself what was left on the table, and I think it was way too much. A whole lot of yardage, a whole lot of this, a whole lot of that. Just, they left too much out there for Jacksonville to take.
Yeah, I mean, here's the crazy thing, right? I mean, Jacksonville had 19 minutes of time of possession compared to Vancouver's 8 minutes total in the ballgame. I mean, that's just absolutely insane. As Vancouver really just showed up in their second half and played a great game. Robert Redford looking really good in this game as well. 23 attempts for 90 yards. Christian Brown, a little bit lower on the completion percentage than you want, right? 58%. 1 touchdown, 2 picks, but was right there with a big strike to Blackwell that really just opened this game up and sealed the deal for the Legion.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, for these two teams, it was a good game on the whole, and for Vancouver, they now have that little bit of assurance, I guess. They're going to be in the playoffs now for another season.
Yeah, they are going to be in the playoffs once again, as we talked about, since season 14. They've been there every single game. And we'll see who the player of the game is. That is Justice Blackwell, 3 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown. And next week should be a good one for him as well, as they will take on Portland. And that, you know, like I said, I believe that Vancouver's already sealed the deal there for their division. So for
Yes,
Caleb
they
G and Andy Hamilton and the Stats Truck and Cameron Irvine and Jack Brown, this is Chad Rowland. Thank you guys once again from Jacksonville. We'll see you next time here on YouTube.